While the coronavirus pandemic ravaged the global economy, the repercussion carved into rural America was its own animal. Advocates say unemployment, mental health, and food security issues hammered many areas already in the midst of long-term decline.
When we look here in Iowa, we have seen a population drain, especially over the past 40 years. And we've also been watching that drain not only from a statewide perspective, but within the state. We have seen our rural communities getting smaller, and our urban and suburban communities are where we've seen tremendous growth.
Dr. Chad Hart is an agricultural economist at Iowa State University. He worked the family meat locker back home in southwest Missouri and says the sticker shock of hefty retail prices back in 2020 due to COVID-hobbled workforces at corporate packing plants revealed an edge for nimble operations like where he grew up.
When you go into your big grocery stores, everything's prepackaged. You're sort of buying what they want you to buy. Whereas when you're working with a small meat locker, oftentimes you can custom order. It's like, okay, you want your steaks how thick? You want your hamburger in half-pound, pound, 2-pound packages. And that's something that a smaller business does have some more agility to do.
Last spring, the Biden administration announced a roughly $1 billion investment to help strengthen meat supply chains. A lame duck Congress and the White House followed up early this year with millions more to stir competition and boost more small processors.
Every move that the government makes has some trade-off to it.
Hart says rural businesses should build on pandemic-related momentum because urban centers offer more goods at lower prices to consumers accustomed to driving long distances.
We make everything homemade, fresh. There's not too many places like this anymore, really. We still do it the old-fashioned hard way.
Some have turned that exodus on its head for decades, drawing an array of customers by focusing on value-added niche markets.
Between fresh-cut steaks and counter lunch meats and, different kinds of sausages and bacon, jerky, I would say we're probably pushing 2,000 pounds a week.
Josh Dreps is a sixth-generation co-owner of City Meat Market in New Albin, Iowa. Grocery and other businesses have closed up shop here over the years as distributor favor drifted to nearby La Crosse, Wisconsin. Dreps' family store, in operation since 1882, has endeavored to plug some of those food-related gaps while diversifying their traditional meat offerings, which have captivated carnivores for generations.
Word of mouth has really helped, and I would say that's our greatest advertisement.
3616.
It's a dad that brings his son in, and then his son comes back with his dad in a wheelchair, and he's bringing his grandson along. But, a lot of times there's people that we've never seen before. And what brings you here? Oh, nothing. We just heard that this is a good place to come, so we decided to make a day trip. So, we get people from all around. We're still sending packages from Florida to Texas, Washington, everywhere in between.
2020 U.S. Census data confirms Professor Hart's rural flight claims, which he adds can result in small towns competing with each other for more scarce consumer dollars.
The locker plants that have survived up to this point oftentimes aren't just locker plants by themselves. They are doing something else that's helping draw those customers and keep those customers with them for the long haul.
The backlog is tough. We're booked out almost through 2024. Try to leave a little room for some that we missed or people forgot. The quarters and halves and whole beef, a lot of different people buying them now that never did before. It got big.
Elma Locker and Grocery in Elma, Iowa has bucked the trend as well. Co-owner Roger Merrick says business has skyrocketed since 2020, but input shortages and rising labor costs have ridden shotgun. His skilled crew motors through some 20 head of cattle and 30 hogs per week, along with seasonal wild game.
Good beef, good Iowa corn-fed beef, good burger. It's just tough to book beef 2 years in advance, and you still don't even have the bull bought yet.
Some 15 years ago, a previous locker and separate grocery store folded, so Merrick left a good job with a local co-op to partner up in offering both essential food businesses under one roof. The community has supported them through the Great Recession, COVID, and inflation.
Groceries are 30–40% higher. On a little store like this, it's a little bit tougher for us to get our volume and low prices. Profit margins are pretty low on the grocery because we're probably a little higher to start with.
Traditionally, Meat Locker market advantage lies in affordable bulk meat prices driven through multi-party client deals. Both Elma and New Albany have gone against the grain, slowing population losses to a drip over the past decade. Observers claim such novel approaches could help stoke more resilient main streets elsewhere, but many scratch their head about what the future holds.
Virus changed a lot of things for folks, and we're trying to figure out which changes are going to stick with us in the long run and which changes are going to fade away. Are consumers willing to deal with less choice, possibly higher cost, in order to keep that local business viable and running? Or will we fall back and say, no, we like the convenience of buying from those regional centers or buying online and having that brought to us?
For Market to Market, I'm Josh Bittner.